This podcast is sponsored by Pooks.ai. Dive into a revolutionary reading experience with personalized ebooks and audiobooks, tailored just for you. Discover your next favorite book at Pooks.ai for free. That's POOKS.ai.
Problem-based learning assessment methods that work. Learn how problem-based learning assessments promote real-world skills, reflection, and personalized education beyond traditional testing methods. Problem-based learning assessment methods, what makes them work? Hey, so I've been thinking a lot about how education is evolving, especially when it comes to assessment methods. You know how traditional tests and quizzes can feel a bit dry, right? Well, one of the more exciting approaches educators are using now is called problem-based learning, or PBL. It's a bit different from the usual stuff, and today I want to chat about how assessment works in this context because it's pretty interesting. In problem-based learning, students aren't just memorizing facts to spit back on a test. Instead, they're given a real-world problem to solve, working in groups or sometimes on their own, and through that process, they learn the material deeply. But here's the big question. How do you assess that kind of learning? How do you figure out if they've actually understood and can apply the knowledge? For those of us who like to keep learning throughout our lives, applied meteorology offers a perfect example of lifelong learning. Meteorology is a dynamic science. Weather patterns change, new technologies emerge, and climate concerns keep evolving. Ongoing training ensures meteorologists and related professionals stay sharp and up to date. Thanks to distance learning options, even people who live far from traditional universities can access high-quality courses and certifications. Performance-based assessments. This method focuses on students demonstrating their skills and knowledge by actually solving problems. Instead of answering multiple-choice questions, students might present a solution to a complex case or build a project. It's all about applying what they've learned in a practical way. Self-assessment and reflection. PBL encourages students to think about their own learning journey. After working through a problem, they reflect on what went well, what they found challenging, and how they worked with others. This kind of assessment shines a light on the process of learning, not just the final answer. Peer assessment. Because PBL often involves teamwork, students get to evaluate each other's contributions and provide constructive feedback. This helps develop collaboration skills and also lets students learn from different perspectives. Rubrics and criteria-based grading. Instead of right-wrong answers, rubrics provide a detailed way to grade students on several aspects, like critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and problem-solving approaches. Coaches set clear criteria so students know what's expected. Formative assessments. Throughout the process, unlike traditional tests given only at the end, PBL uses ongoing assessment checkpoints. Teachers might observe group discussions, ask probing questions, or review early drafts. This helps guide students forward rather than just evaluate them at the conclusion. One reason this approach to assessment works so well is that it aligns with how people actually learn and use knowledge in the real world. It values personal learning environments where students interact with materials, peers, and instructors in a dynamic way. This contrasts with a one-size-fits-all test where personal learning needs can be missed. Speaking of personal learning, there's a growing buzz about Pooks.ai, a platform that's making it easy for anyone to create personalized educational content. Whether you want to tailor learning materials or assessments for yourself or your students, Pooks offers an intuitive way to put together your own personalized book or resource. Create your personalized book. Now, for free. If you're curious about mixing personalized education with these modern assessment strategies, you'll definitely want to check it out. And it's worth noting, too, that AI in education is stepping up to support these personalized approaches. AI personalized learning tools can analyze how students perform on these various assessments and adjust the challenge level or resources offered accordingly, helping educators keep each learner engaged and progressing. So the bottom line is that problem-based learning assessment methods are less about rote memorization and more about growth, reflection, and real world application. They're designed to promote skills students will use way beyond school, like problem solving, collaboration, and self directed learning. Plus, they fit naturally with emerging trends in personal learning and technology enhanced education. Honestly, I think this shift in assessment is exciting because it makes education feel much more alive and relevant, and it's motivating for students who get to see how what they're doing actually connects to the world outside the classroom. All right, hope you found this peek into PBL assessment methods as interesting as I do. And if you want to experiment with creating personalized learning resources for yourself or a classroom, go ahead and visit pooks.ai. Really, give it a try. Create your personalized book now for free. Learning has never been so personal.